Welcome. We're going to write a polynomial that has these zeros, 7 and 2 plus 3i. The first thing to recognize is that complex numbers always come in pairs. So if we have 2 plus 3i, then we automatically also have 2 minus 3i. Notice that the conjugate of it is the change of sign for the imaginary part, not at the beginning. Very important to recognize or see about that and those differences. So that means what we have is that the new function is going to have x minus 7. So we use the 7 and the opposite of it. And then x minus, we're going to do the 2 plus 3i. And x minus 2 minus 3i. So this can get pretty complicated multiplying it out. So I'm going to show you what is essentially a shortcut for it. So follow these steps to see what happens with these imaginary numbers. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the negative into both here. So it's going to be minus 2 and minus 3i. On the other one, it's going to be minus 2 and plus 3i. Next, I'm going to use what we would call the associative property to specifically associate the x minus 2 with parentheses. It doesn't actually change anything, does it? I mean, all it really does is change how it looks. But how it looks is now very important. I'm going to call x minus 2 a. I'm going to call 3i b. So what I have is an x minus b and an x plus b thing. And now let's take some space over here. If I have a minus b and a plus b and I multiply it, I get a squared minus ab, or that's plus ab for that one. And then in the middle, it's minus ab and then minus b squared. So these terms cancel out and I have a squared minus b squared. So that means I don't have to do all the intermediary parts of this. Although I will still do part of it to show you how it works. So I'm going to do x minus 2 times x minus 2. So x minus 2 times x minus 2 is x minus 2 squared. I'm going to do plus 3i x minus 2. And I'm going to do this one, which is minus 3i times x minus 2. And then I'm going to have minus 9i squared. Notice that this is plus 3i times x minus 2 and minus 3i times x minus 2. So all of that just cancels out. Right? Oh, I forgot to put the big results here. Now, let's analyze some of this more. I'll write it out for the whole step. Oh, now let's actually do x minus 2 times x minus 2 is x squared minus 4x plus 4. Remember, because let's review about that to make sure you don't make the mistake of trying to pretend to distribute the exponent, because that's not what an exponent is. That 2 means to multiply the thing twice, essentially. X squared here, and then x minus 2, negative 2x and negative 2x makes negative 4x, and then we get the plus 4. Right? And so it's all that. To keep this together with it, I squared is a negative 1. So that's going to be plus 9. So now I can put that together. X minus 7, x squared minus 4x, and that's plus 13. Now I can keep on multiplying. X times x squared is x cubed minus 4x squared. Okay. Plus 13x, x cubed minus 4x squared plus 13x. So there's an x1 in each one of them. And now I do this, minus 7x squared. It actually would be almost better if I put it underneath it here, but I'll do it this way. Minus and minus is plus, so that's plus 28x. Okay. And then 70, 80, 91, plus 91. So let me review that. Negative 7x squared, that's positive 28x, and then 7 times 13 would be 91. Now let's put them into right order, combining like terms. So I have an x cubed, and then I have two of them that are x squared. So that's going to be minus 11x squared. And then I have two of them that are x's. So 28, 38, 41 plus 41x. And then only one of them that's a constant. This is the way you handle a conjugate when it's a complex number. So let's come back up and review that here. Okay. We have 2 plus 3i. So because we have 2 plus 3i, we also have to have its conjugate. And the only difference are the plus and the minus. But now look at what happens here. The biggest thing is probably this, that by associating it as x minus 2, I get an a, and then the b type thing. So that is the thing that then when you multiply it, the rest of it's just calculations. But that's the single biggest new thing, is to associate the x minus 2 as a separate thing with then the minus 3i and plus 3i. That allows you then to multiply that as a grouping thing, x minus 2 squared in particular. And the rest of it's just calculations. They're not even hard calculations. They just be careful of your negatives and your numbers. So I hope that helps to understand what to do with these complex numbers for multiplying out to make a polynomial. Thank you for watching and listening.